popcorn. We are two niggas spoiling movies. Yeah. Brandon Collins, that's me, and Justin Brown for your movie needs. Media popcorn. Woo! You haven't seen it, well, we're gonna spoil it. Spoil it in your face. That's your warning. So if you get pissed, it's all your fault. What's up, little business of Sun-Dried Tomatoes? This is your boy, Eddie Collins.
Guys, this is Justin Brown.
And we got a spooky one for y'all. We got a spooky, crazy episode for y'all. And to help us break down the Keenan Ivory Wayans spoof parody 2000 big blockbuster.
Fever Dream.
Yeah, scary
Fever
movie.
Dream.
Jazz and Cat from the Girl That's Scary podcast. Good to have y'all back. How y'all been?
Good.
It's great to be back. Yes, especially, talk about such chaos. I have not seen this movie in it's been 20 years. It's been
a
like,
long time, yeah.
We have lived so
it's
many
been a long
lives
time,
since
me
this
too.
movie came out.
Yes.
wow. Wow, I'm a new person.
Yeah, it's nuts. I will say, because Justin and I have done a few Wayans Brothers movies on the podcast, and I was telling my wife when we were rewatching this earlier this afternoon, I'm like, this is actually my favorite Shawn Wayans performance, which doesn't say much because
Yeah.
he actually knew how to deliver some comedy lines compared to other movies. I'm not a fan of white chicks. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I don't know how y'all feel about it. Yeah. I don't like white chicks.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Brandon.
But how did y'all like rewatch and revisiting Scary Movie? Because I like Jazz, I hadn't seen it in over almost 20 years.
Wow. There were some things, excuse me, there were some things that I JK'd at. I laughed. And then there were some things that I had to like we're all looking at each other right now. That's how I was looking at that screen and I was
Yeah,
thinking,
it's
wow.
like
Call the police. I wanted to call the authorities. Some of the writers need their ass beat, right now. You wrote that in 2000, you still need your ass beat. I don't care which one of you brothers, which one of
They
y'all can
have
line them
lived
up.
many lives, Jazz. In their family that we know public.
I know.
They have lived many lives since this
They
movie.
still need to run me my fade
This is
for some
true.
of these jokes. They need to catch a fade. Sorry.
Yeah. I will say this is completely unrelated to the writing and the story, everything. Regina Hall has aged like a fine wine. I was like,
love her.
I saw her
Yes.
in person a few years ago. I'm like, and I saw her in this movie. I'm like, man, she looks amazing.
I love her.
Yeah, she
I
does.
mean, that's all.
I love that she's. I just love that she got her DC. I mean, outside of being a baddie,
Yes.
I love that she
Mhm.
still has her DC accent and everything. Like when you listen to her talk, and I'm just like, yes, yes. This.
You know what?
pleases me.
I also looked her up. Carmen Electra still looks pretty decent, especially for a white woman of her age. And with I'm pretty sure she's had some work done, but she kept it together where she doesn't look like a fucking ghoul, which a lot of people in Hollywood, they do too much and then they start
Yes.
looking a little ghoulish. I applaud her for not going crazy with any procedures and whatnot. So Carmen Electra, good on you.
Yeah. So I'm curious though, so we can get on the same page about what connected with us and what didn't. Jokes wise, because you do a horror movie podcast, right? So you've seen all the slasher movies. I'm sure you've seen Blair Witch, all the movies that they're parodying, right? So what jokes still landed for you when you rewatch this?
Okay. So all right. When I watched this at first, right, there's a lot of dirty jokes, okay? I didn't get those jokes when I was right over my head because when I was a kid, I wasn't doing that. I didn't know what they was talking about. Now I'm like, some of those dirty jokes, the ones that are not assaulty, some of when the afro, when the hair popped up and he took the weed whacker, that's a dirty joke that's funny. Okay, that's funny. You saying that you roofied somebody and you had your tongue in their ass, that's not funny.
Yeah.
Like
the
that.
Wayans brothers and their sexual assault jokes, like with the Sean kept popping his fingers and booty holes and stuff. I was
The
like,
homophobic jokes.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
I'm surprised the slur didn't pop up, and I'm happy I didn't really, hear one. But I've seen all the movies and some of the movie jokes, like where they hit somebody. Like, I Know What You Did Last Summer. If y'all have not seen the new one that just came out, that's a journey too. But clearly, they hit somebody.
Yeah, we're reviewing it right after this.
The joke of the motherfucker getting up and like, it's all right. You don't need to do that, guys. I'm just gonna put my boots on.
Yeah,
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that was great.
They said we hit a boot. They were like, we hit a boot. It's like, where's the foot? I actually did laugh at that. That was
all of those hilarious. But like you said, finger the ass. That's not funny. Like, what? Come on, why are we doing that? Also, inside the car, I know it smelled crazy in there. What are y'all doing? The windows is up and shit. What's wrong with y'all?
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of fart jokes. Everyone's gassing up and stuff.
I hate the humor.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I'm sure that was funny. I'm like, he, they farted. Now I'm like, come on, guys.
Yeah, there's
I'm 30 something. I'm like, come on, please.
I mean, we got a Diddy party joke in this.
Yeah, we did. We did.
That.
My wife and these are niggas that would have definitely been there.
Oh yeah, true.
Just saying.
Oh, they definitely would.
Like that late 90s Wayans. Oh yeah, for sure they were
definitely were there.
Did not age well at all. But at least they didn't make the assault one, like Get Him to the Greek. That one, was it Get Him to the Greek? One of those other movies had like he was running down on them. And I'm like, please. That's even for versus this one, they mention it and it was like, okay, she's talking to this guy, this backup dancer. But it's still the name. I was like,
Hold on. I'm sorry. Because I just listened to this today. Did y'all hear Uncle Luke on a podcast talking about he was invited to a party at Donald Trump's house, and he went with Mike Tyson and Eddie Murphy, and this is like years ago. This is like in the 90s, and he's just like, every room there were things going on, and he was just like, we had to get up out of there because some of those girls look way too young. Just saying.
I mean, that's every Hollywood party that's like crazy that I've ever, like,
but this is coming out. But when Uncle Luke is saying that, some shit was getting kind of crazy. Uncle Luke?
As soon as you said Uncle Luke, did you see my face?
Like, they gave him, first of all, they gave him a microphone? Somebody gave him a microphone in 2025 is what you're telling me. That's like asking me what the fuck Ja Rule think of the economic state right now. Y'all gonna stop doing that shit.
I want to know.
Stop.
What up,
I'm tired of you. No, he had bops, not gonna lie. Them
wild though. But it's funny because like after watching this movie and then randomly coming across this this podcast and hearing him talk about it, that's the first thing I said. Like Diddy parties, Trump parties is just like they were technically one and the same, except Trump's was almost exclusively young girls. Just saying, you do with that as you will.
All this shit is crazy and lock all these people up. That's actually how I feel.
Every single one of them.
Throw them a volcano. You got some volcano news for them, Cat, so we can just find one of them active janks?
I do.
Drop them
there
in.
is a volcano erupting in Sweden. It just started again within the last week or so. I do have random volcano news. You have
we can at any time we can go to Iceland because they always erupt in them volcanoes up there. So
that's
dropping
exactly
niggas inside. Dropping niggas inside.
Right
listen. If all the volcanoes start exploding, I mean, between the global warming and everything, like, you know what? It is what it is because
maybe it's time.
Yeah, the wife and I watched a video yesterday on YouTube, a scientific video about all the different planets and how we can inhabit them, even Mars. And it was just like, what would happen to our bodies if we try to go to other planets? That was a trip.
Some niggas can't even eat peanuts. What makes us think we can go to another atmosphere? Like that ass. Like we be dying because it's a little too hot outside. It don't even be that hot. It be a little too hot. Humans are fragile, and I don't think. Yeah. And then they're not very smart because if we could have been smart, but they, decide to destroy the education and only give it to certain people instead of innovating the, population as a whole. Because as an educator, I'm like, we could really all just be smart. But then how y'all gonna expect to get ahead of motherfuckers if motherfuckers can't read? Turn your brain on.
Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
Now, I do want to go back to the Scary Movie in the parodies and how it's spook thing because I do think it was very effective. I know, be relatable, folks. I know. Stick with us. Okay, we're gonna be cooking right now. I love the way that
I'm gonna say Uncle Luke randomly throughout this podcast from now on.
Damn it, stay focused, Justin.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I love how it did parry the third act of Scream, like with the killer reveals and stuff like that. Because with the boyfriend, it's like ketchup. Just like my mom puts on her spaghetti, and then like the whole they were stabbing each other. And this is why this was my favorite Shawn Wayans performance because he's like, no, canceling TV shows makes you a psycho killer, and then he does the Wayans Brothers was a good show.
Yeah,
even as a kid, I remember laughing like real hard, like, oh, this shit's like bad better than that.
Yeah.
But
Also parodying that is like, but wait, there's more, and the spit is coming out. No, because if you look at the original, he literally does that.
Yeah.
Like, and the spit is all over the place.
Yeah, Matthew Lillard was on one in Scream, but I loved it though. Did anyone else see this movie in the theater with their mom by any chance?
No.
Yeah,
I might have. I think I might have seen this, and I think I might have seen that second one. And I don't know if my mom. I don't think my mom. You know what she did? She dropped me and my siblings off. Because back in the day, you could walk in with them, and you just kind of drop them off and come back, pick them up. She go to the mall. She like, it scared me. It's a comedy, whatever. I was like 10, bro. Like, I don't think I was supposed to be in there. Okay, I had never seen no shit like that.
Yeah, this movie was wild. Like I saw this when I was like 13 or something like that, and I remember being so uncomfortable. My mom, like, I didn't like you, Jazz. I didn't understand a lot of the sex jokes, especially like the huge cum explosion. I didn't quite get that, so I'm like, what? And then people are grossed out in the theater and stuff. I'm like, what's happening? And then now I'm older. I'm like, oh man, that was so uncomfortable to watch my mom. Jesus Christ.
That is so much. I do not know what it's like to be y'all. I did not see this at the movie theater. My parents would be like, girl, what are you talking about? But I was allowed to rent the second one on pay-per-view. And so that was the time. And so I'm going to pretend like that was the first movie because I was howling. But I also enjoyed the second one better, just like I enjoy Scream 2 better than Scream 1. So this is where we are.
Fair. I think I enjoyed the second one better than this one. I saw this one on HBO when it came out because I was in college when this popped.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I was in high school. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say college, Justin. Like,
Yeah.
How old you are?
Amazing.
I'm like, are you a lot older than you said you were?
Man, I look good for my age. That black don't crack. Take a look at me.
I did laugh really hard the Kazam joke when Carmen Electra's like, "What's your favorite scary movie?" She's like, "Kazam." He's like, "That's not a scary movie." He's like, "Have you seen Shaq's act?"
And I didn't get that as a kid, but when the popcorn was getting bigger and bigger and bigger,
like
the joke they made in the third one with the hat, I was like, please. There were so many jokes. Even when the parents hit her, like that was a little like they hit her. She was giving up that neck in the car. I was like, oh,
Yep.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I ain't see nothing.
Right over my head. When I saw it, I was like, oh, okay.
There was a lot of forced blowjob jokes in this movie too. Like,
I'm like, what's that about? What's going on? Also, y'all shouldn't be doing that while you're driving. That might almost be worse than drinking and driving. What y'all doing?
I mean, it is, but it's great.
I'm gonna mind my business. And it happens so many times.
You gotta live dangerously.
Woo! No, what I did think was when y'all had said earlier, asked about like jokes that still hit for you. What I thought was funny was that still sticks like, I'm gonna slice you, dice you, play tennis with your balls. That part is hilarious to me because I am childish. And so then he has come in with this rap. All of the weed jokes are still funny for me. I don't care. Shorty is one of the funniest characters in the movie. Like, he is a problem. He is stereotypical, but also I am dying. And these are some of the safer jokes, and that's a big stretch. So, yeah. And of course, like you said, the ones that, because the story is very much the entire Scream movie. So following that, trying to like laugh through that, squinting my eyes when they talk about Carmen Electra and they're like, oh, I got you with your boyfriend or your partner, whatever, that dresses like a woman. I'm like, Jesus, no, what? That could be anybody. I thought it was Dennis Rodman.
Same.
I totally forgot.
Prince.
But I forgot they were in a relationship or messing around with each other. And I was like, what?
Wait, she's returning with Prince? I didn't know this.
Yes.
I think they got married actually.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Justin, you don't remember this in the 90s?
I don't remember. I know that she married Dennis Rodman. I didn't know she married Prince.
Oh, she was. She was one of Prince's protege girls.
Oh, they didn't get married though, right? They just were.
No.
I thought they would just mess around. I didn't think they got married.
Yeah, because I know for sure she married Dennis Rodman.
Yeah,
she's married David Navarro too.
That was the one. They were together for a while.
Mm-hmm.
They were for 4 years.
I mean, that's
enough to be on a lot of MTV runways, fluffy hats, matching outfits.
Just as like, what's 4 years? I don't know. That's nothing to me.
No, but I mean, but 4 years in Hollywood is actually, you know what? That's like a decade. That's like 2 decades.
We live so many lives.
10 relationships apart.
Yeah. Again, with the opening, it's so silly. Like when, like, you know, there's all the weapons on the table and she's running and then she grabs the banana.
Grabs a banana.
I was just like, in the death and safety, I was like, okay, this is silly. But you could also tell there were so many different comedic voices kind of like fighting each other. Like tonally, it's all over the place, like with the different jokes, which in a way kind of works, but like they throw so much at the wall, it's kind of like there's more misses than hits, especially like as it's aged. That's the unfortunate part.
Well, I think, you know, so obviously this movie is in the vein of like Airplane, The Naked Gun, and things like that. And I think because The Naked Gun, Airplane, those movies were written by a team with a particular voice, while this one was clearly like, hey, writer's room, get your best stuff in there. And we're throwing anything. That's why this feels so disjointed, because there's not one singular voice or I guess, even if it's not one singular voice, but it's just like everyone's kind of on the same page. This does feel like a writer's room that's just in competition with each other. That's the way it came off to me. All the jokes,
all dudes. It's all guys.
Of course.
So
clearly, you know, when that implant came out and he was like, ooh, I was like,
it's a lot of semen jokes.
It's too much. A lot of semen, a lot of horny jokes, a lot of men assaulting men jokes. I was like, y'all scared of each other. Is this an untapped fear? But I know, you know, some of the men, they be scared of each other. That's a lie. And also we keep forgetting, me and Kat talk about this a lot when we talk about slashers and stuff. They're in high school. These are teenagers. You say he went to jail and a grown man did what? These are teenagers. Let's not forget that they're in school.
Yep.
They're in school.
Well, they did make that joke about the ages, though. Remember, they're at the fountain. They're like, oh, yeah, we'll get like 20, 30-year-olds to play high school kids. So they acknowledge that, but it's still, I mean, some of the themes are just very problematic when it comes to like sexual assault and stuff, for sure.
While we're here, I'm going to bring up, was it Gail and Officer Doofy? Yep.
He looked like a 12-year-old.
That is not. And the teacher who literally was holding the baby and said, go to your daddy. Police.
Well,
right
also,
now.
I know it was reflective of the time because, you know, also, I'm still not saying not lock these people up. There were a lot of stories while we were coming up, you know, during our time, like people, you know, that lady that fell in love with that teenager assaulting him and stuff. And then they got married after that. She died of cancer. Crazy.
She died of cancer?
She died of cancer.
Oh, shit.
I think during lockdown.
Did y'all ever see that movie with Julianne Moore and Charles Melton, where she's like the woman, the older woman that like...
That's the story.
Oh, that's the story it's based off of? Okay. Yep. Yeah, that movie is wild.
I have not seen that movie.
And
I don't know if I want to.
No, it's not a fun watch at all. It's like, you know, it's the kid's older, so they have 2 kids together, and then like one of them's graduating high school. So he's like he's like a young, like mid-20s guy watching his kid graduate, and he's all fucked up and he's trying to like guide his kid. It's like really disturbing. But the performances are good, but it's a fucked up story.
That's wild.
Sure. Yeah, that's a horror movie. Speaking of which, how come y'all pick Scary Movie? Because our producer Lluvia sent over a list. She said Nightmare on Elm Street 2, The Cell, Tusk, Killer Book Club, The Platform, Heretic, and Hannibal.
Well, I know we covered a good chunk. Like we've talked about Heretic, Platform. Have we done Tusk? We've done all of Nightmare on Elm Street.
We have talked about Tusk to a certain degree because Justin Long needs to go to prison.
Yeah, a lot of these we hadn't talked about, but Scary Movie for a fact we hadn't talked about. And we, you know, I was like, okay. And then also this was going to force us to watch it because me and Kat are probably not going to put it on the schedule. So we need to get out of our comfort zone and talk about the comedies. I thought, you know, for me, at least a little out of the comfort zone. Yeah. You know, we do. Chaos. We love chaos. Yeah.
Yeah. This was nuts. And then the cast was it's insane, but I will like, you know, credit this for obviously introducing us to Anna Faris, who I think is a very like strong comedic actress. She's great. It's just, there's some weird stuff in this movie that like just doesn't hold up. Like the whole Doofy thing with like, you know, the mentally challenged cop and he's dookie all the time. And you got Sherry O'Terry over here molesting him, but then it turns out they were both in on it at the end. I was like, this plot doesn't have to make sense because it doesn't, but it's just like, I don't know what was going on there in that guy's performance.
Yeah, I mean,
there's nothing really to say about it.
Yeah, there's really nothing to say about it. Yeah,
You
yeah, it's
know,
the 2000s.
there were a lot of not just shows and media, but a lot of things, comedians who would like, you know, try to pretend to be like they had a delay and they thought that was fucking funny. I forgot what comedian was it? Was it Carlos Mencia? It was one of those comedians, and he had the little diddity whatever song. I was like, that's
that was Carlos Mencia.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all, that was a run, like in the early aughts, that was a thing. Like that was, oh, we can joke about that. That's funny. Like any low hanging fruit was like, let's go ahead and get these jokes off. Let's go ahead and do.
I mean, but let's give Carlos Mencia a little bit of credit here. He most likely didn't write it. He probably stole it from some other comedian, lower level comic. So it's not necessarily his.
Yeah, but he still read it and said, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this.
No, he saw somebody performing on stage. It's like, that's the one I want. That's the one I want from trash.
Yeah. I gotta talk about so there's obviously a few cameos in this movie. I forgot James Vanderbeek popped up when that Dawson's Creek bedroom scene.
Yeah. I didn't know who that man was. I'm so sorry. Sorry to that white man. I did not know who that was.
Screaming.
I've never seen Dawson's Creek. Kat knows this about me. I figured it was from some show, and I'm like, some people laugh. I don't know who the fuck that is. I'm so sorry.
Every time you do that,
you ain't know Dawson. You ain't know
it's
Dawson.
All right. It's all right. But my wife doesn't know like all these white stars and stuff. But
it's okay.
When they did the Blair Witch parody and stuff like that, and like, you know, like when she's running, Sherry O'Terry's Run to the Woods. And my wife was like, "Oh, but Anna Faris was in Blair Witch Project, right?" I was like, "That's a different white woman." She was like, "I think they look the same. It's fine." I was like, "Oh, damn." Yeah.
That's crazy.
Tati just got canceled.
Yep, she did. I did laugh that they acknowledged Jack Black's crazy ass performance, and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, because I don't think that gets enough attention in like cinema. I feel like we gave Jack Black a pass on that.
No, I didn't give him one or Brad Pitt. And what movie where he was like, meet Joe Black at the end, we was talking about everything gonna be all right. Fuck all you. Right. No. I remember that.
Yeah. When he's
the
still
North
talking,
remembers.
He's talking Jamaican.
Patois. You don't speak no fucking patois. Shut up. Like, I don't forget. Anytime I see a white man in locks, you're not going to convince me that that's not a problem. That's a problem. Before he said anything, I saw him and I said, wow, y'all got Jack Black in this week. It's crazy.
What's the movie with Gary Oldman when he's in dreadlocks and he's a villain? What? Yeah, there's a movie with Gary Oldman.
Yeah. Fuck. We watched it recently and he has fucking gold teeth.
No, I know you.
Yeah, he got gold caps.
Yeah,
he got gold silver caps on.
I'm writing a letter. I'm writing a letter to whom it may concern.
Let me tell you right now. So I was dropping off a coworker. Yeah, I was dropping off a coworker at the train station. And mind you, this is in Long Island, New York, Manhasset. So very affluent area. Put it like this. J-Lo used to have a house in Manhasset. So we're talking money there, right? Dropping this girl off at the train station. And all of a sudden, I look over and I had to do a double take. I saw a white man standing out there with some like 2002 Sean Paul fucking cornrows. I was like, what is going on right now? What is going on? Like, and he was serious with it. I'm like, what?
Who was that?
I was like, what the fuck is happening right
We're living in our last days.
Oh yeah, it's over for us. It's over for us.
Last season,
send the comment right now. just blow up the core. We're done. We're fucking done.
It was yeah. The early 2000s were nuts, man.
This is crazy. My internet was going crazy for like 5 seconds, but when y'all was talking about the police officer and you were like, people need to, this is stuff they were doing in the past. I'm here to report that gentleman is actively still doing that bit in present day life, because he's, when you're doing the cons and those horror cons and you're being, yes, I'm here. I just thought I would deliver that information. Yes. Go look it up when you get a chance. Just
really
go ahead and do your research.
I'm sorry. Wait, no. Hold on. Sorry, please. Are you telling me that the officer who plays Doofy is doing that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm also another letter. Let me go ahead and let me open another document so I can.
I'm telling you right now that's what's happening. But I'm glad my internet's getting it together. I'm here.
Yeah, no, we gotta put him on some of their screen.
You know what? You know what, Jazz? I'm writing a letter too. Get this nigga up
we ride at dawn. Please
and then people are taking pictures at them cons. I'm trying to tell y'all.
No. Oh man. I mean, I did. Okay, the parody of The Usual Suspects, I didn't see that coming when I first saw this, and I was one of the few movie nerds. Even my mom didn't get the reference, like with the Doofy straightening his leg and stuff like that. I was like, oh, Usual Suspects, and they had the little fish from the coffee mug, which was really red. But and I remember being like, oh, that's fun, but like it doesn't make any sense at all, like plot wise. Just I don't know what happened. And then she gets hit at the end of with the car. Was that a parody of Final Destination?
Well, Final Destination hadn't come out yet. That came out what?
Came out in 2000.
Or it just came out. It could have because it would have just came out.
Yeah. Or did Meet Joe Black come out by this time?
He gets hit by the car at the end?
No, at the beginning.
A lot.
When he gets slammed by those two cars, he gets hit by one, and the next one comes in his.
Yeah, that was 98.
Okay.
That was 98. Okay, so like, mind you, when I was a kid, I found that this would be the funniest thing I ever saw. I rewound that shit over and over again, and like me and my brothers, my mom even laughed at that shit.
Mental health issues, bro. I don't want to like be the guy to tell you, but
yo, my mom, we were all laughing at that shit. When he's standing there,
that's a generational thing. The illness we're talking about.
They have that little meet cute. He's standing out here in the street. He dodges one car, and then like.
By the way, spoiler alert that he dies in the beginning.
Oh God,
do that.
Yo, we did that movie on this podcast, Brandon. Stop.
We did not do Meet Joe Black.
Yes, we did. Did we?
No. See, this is the problem. Jazz, when you get older, like Justin, when you don't even remember how old you are, you don't even know what movies you review.
Either way, niggas were laughing. We rented it from Blockbuster Video, and we wore out that tape, just rewinding that one part to watch him get killed over and over again. And we were fucking howling. Our entire fucking house as a family together, because we all trash.
This feels like that scene from Crooklyn.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Manny!
The effort to rewind a tape. It's not even a DVD where you just hit the back button. Do you know you gotta?
Kids don't know that struggle.
For real?
Kids don't know the struggle.
No, we had the remote. We had the remote at that point. We had the remote.
Oh, you fancy?
Yeah, we had the remote.
The button.
No, we hold the button. We had the remote. Yeah,
you're too lazy. You didn't go to the machine. You're too lazy to do that.
Crying. It's funny. I think. Okay, so I just happened to see Meet Joe Black recently. I just thought it was for this podcast, and I got to tell you right now, I watched that scene, and still to this day I cry because I just think it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen on that screen. And it's not supposed to be funny, but that nigga getting hit by that car like that.
All right, so Scary Movie. The title is actually
funnier than this entire movie. Oh, I'm sorry.
So the title was actually originally, for Scream fans, that was actually the original title for Scream when it was first being shopped around town. It's called Scary Movie. A lot of people don't know that. That's why, to the earlier point that was made, this is basically a full parody of Scream with other horror films interjected. I mean, I did love the parody of Halloween where she looks out the window and he's there with the hook. I know what to do last summer, and then she turns away. He runs to the tree because that's what these dudes do. To make that creepy, if I'm a psycho killer, I'm trying to fuck with someone's mind. I gotta hide real quick.
But that's if you've seen what is it? Behind the Mask, the Leslie Vernon. Yeah. Watch that. That is pretty much all of that. The behind the scenes of what the killers be doing when you're not looking.
I thought you was going to bring up Johnny and his antics.
It could be Johnny too, but that's like him, but it's a little different because that's a ghost. This one, Leslie Vernon, not so much. So,
got it. Okay, I have to ask because we talked about jokes that kind of worked, and obviously we were talking about some jokes that ooh, child, don't do that. But what is a problematic joke that did make you laugh?
Oh, I don't know. The problematic joke. Wait, hold on.
Like, what is a joke that like is like it'd be hard for you to do it now, but like that did make you kind of like laugh or chuckle? Because for me, it was the parody of the I Know What You Did Last Summer. What are you waiting for? The principal's like gonna jump. Yes. I have to admit, I laughed. I did laugh at that. Like, obviously, suicide's not funny and things like that, but that, like, because it's the scene it was parodying and how it was set up, I was like, all right, this is so silly. I had to laugh.
I feel that. The what are you waiting for is always funny in whatever context, because
what was Jennifer Love Hewitt doing? What was she? Yeah, why was she spinning around like that?
Look, this is hard. I don't know, because a lot of the jokes, it's hard for me to laugh when the joke is stinky, right? A lot of the jokes that hit were the ones directly related to parodies of movies. Okay. So they kind of aged a little bit better for me, especially after watching it 20 years later. Because I'm like, dang, I'm trying to think of something that would be really problematic. Right? Go ahead, Kat. I think you got one.
I know what it would be, but also it's not this movie. It's the second movie for me. So this is not it. I can tell everybody when we're done recording. But this one is hard because a lot of the jokes that are really shaky, I mean, that like stick for me, that are shaky, are all around like they're still related to somebody being forcibly doing some shit they weren't supposed to do. So I'm like,
yeah, that's what I'm like.
Or the homophobic jokes, because I was like, I felt like that ran on for a little too long. Even when I was a youth dem, I was just like, I mean, people be gay, and it was a real shaky time for gay people. So I'm just like, this is just this joke is still going, and then it ran on into the second movie, and I'm like,
bruh, because he continues that every movie he's in. One joke that could have been funny when he's at the locker and like, he said, this shirt made me look gay, and then when he turns it, he should have just turned it and not said anything and said, okay, because I'm trying to look gay, bitch. That's what that would have made it funnier to me. But no, it's kind of the like they messed it up by asking again, because I'm like, that could have been, if he hadn't said, he just turned it in and just said, bitch, I'm in here, that could have been funny, but then they fucked it up. I do think Sydney's dad being a drug dealer was funny as a bitch. Like that is kind of problematic. Go ahead.
Did y'all recognize who that actor was? Justin, I know you recognize who that was.
I had no idea who that is.
That's Henry from Blank Check. That is. And I was just like, oh, he was still working in 2000? Okay, wow. Good for him.
Okay, I've seen that movie. I forgot about it. I still don't. I'm trying to visualize who that was in that movie.
He was a weird limo driver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And now he's stepping on
You're like, I still don't know who that is.
I don't know.
And now he's the weird dad who is probably in the BDSM. That probably is activities, which is not that weird. But
and clearly smuggling drugs for the cartel, because he had the whole like, oh, don't if the cops come see my plumber.
Yeah, or I left some for you what to step on it with. That was funny. I was like, come on, not you tell her to step on the brick. Like, what? But then also he makes a joke about, did you get some numbers for me? This is high school. What the fuck? Sorry.
Yeah. So also now the thing is, like, when he comes in at the end, he's like, you said he's in the BDSM. It wasn't that. He was being raped by Shawn's character.
That never landed for me.
That's around his ankles. That's what I got.
That's what they were alluding to.
It's a lot of
that was
jokes.
More of
Oh
my
God.
That was more of a Quentin Tarantino, in the basement type joke.
For Pulp Fiction kind of thing.
Yeah.
See, and that's why we gotta burn this movie. We gotta burn it up. We chose the bad movie, everybody. Because all these years, all these years to be on Earth, I was like, yeah, he was just doing all kinds of stuff. He was doing freaky boy activities, which were fine.
No,
he was selling drugs. Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie was out of pocket. I honestly feel like this is the reason why Sherry O'Terry never blew up. I feel like this movie, like her portrayal as Gail Hailstorm, like I think that there's some things. I think there were some performances in this movie that like some people didn't recover from.
Wasn't she on Mad TV? What was these? Which
she was on
SNL. I was trying to find. She was on one of these shows.
Yeah. And she was like a star on SNL. It's like she was like one of the premier people. She was like she was like the chick. You know what I'm saying? She's like that female actress that was just going crazy in every single sketch. Then nothing. Her and Chris Kattan, they were doing very well on the show, and they never had a career afterwards.
Which is wild, because I think Chris Kattan is hilarious. So hopefully nobody else.
He was working.
He had Undercover Brother. That was about it.
Well, no, and he was. And wasn't he in a 1999 House on the Hill? Wasn't Chris Kattan in it?
Oh yeah. But I mean, Jazz, you know that movie didn't do well
in her mind.
Okay, to be fair,
box office wise, that movie did not do well.
I know it didn't do well, but you know when you go back and look at it, it's not that bad.
No, it is. Come on now,
a guilty pleasure. I
saw
presume.
that in theaters. To be fair, was I like 8 when I watched it in theaters? Sure, but so I forgave a lot of stuff. I was a child.
I saw it in the theater with my mama too. I saw way too many problematic movies with my mom in the theater. I saw Monsters Ball.
I saw Scream in theaters. I was 6.
Listen, I saw Species in the movie with my mama.
Doing a good job.
That was not the movie. My mom. I was looking at my mom. Was like, bitch. What are you?
It's got you in House of 1,000 Corpses. I was in there.
Oh Jesus! You saw that in the movie theater?
Yeah, I was their 13th birthday. I saw that the remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre because I was just turned 13. My mama took me. We was both in there like this. She was outside.
Jazz, I saw the Jessica Biel Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequel or reboot, whatever that was. My friend Baron, right, with 2 brothers in the middle, it's in Ann Arbor, Michigan, so we're surrounded by white people. When that white girl shot herself in the head, my friend Barrett viscerally shook in his seat. It was like, I gotta get out of here.
I don't know if y'all know the story with Kat, and I don't know if y'all have time, but please, Kat, retell the story.
Really quickly, because I know we have already segued it so far from the movie. I watched it in the basement, like as soon as it came on DVD. We rented the DVD. I put it into the computer machine, and it got to that scene, like me as a teen, headphones on in the big back computer, and I'm this close to the screen. So when Mama shot herself in the head, I paused the movie. It took my headphones off because I was crying. I didn't even realize that I was crying when I watched it because I ain't never seen no shit like that before in my life. And I took a deep breath and just put the headphones back. And just finished the movie with tears coming out my eyes because I ain't never seen no shit like that.
The fact that you kept going sends me every time.
Because he broke you. He broke you.
Because that movie shows you can't trust white people.
Is that like 2002, 2003? We ain't never seen no shit like that.
Yeah. You can't, that movie showed you like you can't trust. Because white people have terrible judgment. This girl was telling them, do not go that way. She's like, don't go. I'm asking you to do anything else but go down this road. And they're like, it's fine. Bam. Yeah.
So I think, actually, you know what, hon? This is the thing I wanted to say. So one of the reasons that Chris Kattan didn't take off is because he had a hip injury. Like he broke his hip. So he couldn't do any of the physical comedy stuff that he was known for anymore. So that was a big reason on why his career didn't go the way, because like he physically couldn't do all the stuff that like he was popular for.
That makes me so sad. I follow him on the internet because he's so funny in my heart. I'm so serious. I love those Night at the Roxbury. I love that movie.
Mango.
Pray for me. Yeah, he needs to be locked up. Yeah. So just keep me in your heart as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm still learning every day.
Speaking of being locked up, the creepiness that revolved around these 90s actresses, I actually because Jennifer Love Hewitt's been doing the press circuit and talking about how creepy people were in the 90s towards her. And then like Shannon Elizabeth is in this movie as Buffy Gilmore. I remember I was like, oh man, she probably like had all the creeps in Hollywood coming after her. Because all they do is push up bras and tight clothes and stuff. And it's weird because if you go to a Wikipedia page, it's like American actress and then professional poker player. So I guess she kind of pivoted from Hollywood.
Okay.
Because she's probably over the bullshit.
Well, she needed a way out. She needed a way out, and to try to get her ass off Weinstein's list. Let's be totally honest. This is a Weinstein produced film.
Yeah, because Marlon talked about how they took away Scary Movie. Like they had to. I think that's why they're doing a new one because they had to buy the rights from Miramax after the whole Weinstein company fell apart and shit.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah,
that's why some of those jokes probably was flying because of course they're gonna ha that's funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Whew.
Also, this gambling trajectory, this is giving the Jennifer Tilly storyline. I know you're laughing because me and the casino are like this, but also
1-800 gambling.
That's right. But when you're telling me this, I'm just like, you know what? This makes sense. She's probably getting to the bag because I see Jennifer Tilly dressed in diamonds every day. So somebody's winning something on them tables.
Well, I mean, Jennifer Tilly also she happened to marry one of the co-creators of The Simpsons. So
that too. But she plays a mean hand of poker.
Good for her, because then she can 10x that shit. Good for her.
Let me tell you, as somebody who works in casinos every now and again, I'll be going down this weekend.
There you go.
The degeneracy at those tables is something different. You do not.
Well, yeah, I mean, man, I used to take the bus to, with my friends to Atlantic City, like every now and then, and we would see people on that Friday afternoon bus who would go every week.
Yes,
every Friday when they got their check, they were on that bus to get the $10 voucher at Bally's and to spend their weekend just gambling away their paycheck. It was nuts.
So,
it is insane.
My question, Brandon. Why were you going down to Atlantic City every other week or something like that?
Oh, no, I said not. I didn't say every other week. I said every now and then.
Every now and then. Every now and then is a lot for Atlantic City.
Bro, it was a cheap place to go, like for nightlife and stuff like that. Like, and like the hotels were mad cheap. Like between four of my friends, we could get a decent hotel suite for like less than $200 a night.
You sure can.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
Cat, no.
You can.
The
but do you want
outlets
to?
were popping back then. The outlets were popping back then.
I want to see. I ain't been there yet.
The outlets still
Oh,
have
Jazz, you don't
outlets
have to
now.
go.
Oh, she's
I
going.
gotta go one time.
Atlantic City has gotten a lot better in the surrounding town around the casinos, but the casinos have gotten worse. So it's like, it was. There was a time for Atlantic City. That time is over. Atlantic City is on its last leg. Atlantic City is on its Backstreet Boys tour. You know what I'm saying? At any time, the knees are about to fall off.
Yo, Backstreet Boys at the Spirit. Okay, they living it up right now.
Yeah. But
right.
they on borrowed time, baby. They on borrowed time.
We are. They just have fun parties there. I was just there.
Everybody now. I'm sorry.
Listen, he had a whole party. There's money in the room in Atlantic City, and I'm just looking at the ground.
1-800 gambling.
Just looking down.
Our producer Lluvia did pull up some Letterboxd reviews of Scary Movie that she thought we should read on this episode. So the first one is from Sand, who wrote, most of the jokes are so obviously dumb, but I think the Wayans were onto something when they centered their spoof on a film that is already a parody of horror. 3 out of 5 stars. So, all right, straightforward review. Manny Leota wrote, I don't care anymore. I'm rating this a 5. I have laughed at every single stupid fucking thing in the movie for my entire life. This shit is amazing. 5 out of 5 stars.
Are you all right? Is everything okay?
Manny's not okay.
Angry, just angry.
Yeah.
Angry at herself.
Their last name is Leota, so they just lost Ray. You know what I mean? They're going through a hard time. Eleanor, R.I.P. sir. Eleanor wrote, Anna Faris doesn't get the recognition she deserves. She should be the one with Chris Pratt's career. It is true.
Yes.
5 out of 5 stars.
Fair.
Yeah. What was the last thing she did?
The Walmart commercial I just recently saw.
Okay, she's in a Walmart commercial.
Listen, it was one she had what is that, pink eye, and you have to deliver the medicine. I'm not joking. I'm dead serious.
She's not a pink eye commercial.
It is.
Yes,
it's not about. She has pink eye in the
It's
Walmart
about delivery services.
Oh, okay, hold on. Is it funny?
She tried.
Sorry.
There was some jest.
Right.
I don't think catching pink eye is funny.
Right. Well, Emma wrote, if you hate this, why are you...
You got butt particle.
That's doo-doo butter all up in your iris.
All right. Emma wrote on Letterboxd, if you hate this, why are you a killjoy? Why do you hate comedy? Why do you hate fun? Why do you hate hot people? It's a classic. 4 out of 5 stars.
Okay. Why do you love sexual assault so much?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold
on. Let them know.
Rebaru wrote, my whole life, I thought this and Scream were the same series.
Yes.
I'm sorry. That's fucking funny.
That's funny. That was a mind fuck right there. That's crazy. To go from this to Scream 2 would be nuts, though. All right. And then Calvin wrote, you need something called taste to enjoy this movie. Not everyone has that. 5 out of 5 stars. Okay. Yeah. I guess. All right. So I guess we don't got no taste. So having said that, Justin, break down our rating system, baby.
Stop calling me baby. So guys, you know how we do this. We rate movies, bags of popcorn, small, medium, large, and the XL for the exceptional. If a film doesn't deserve any hot, buttery, delicious popcorn covering a little doo-doo butter to give you that pink eye, we throw it into the stale popcorn pile. We pile piles and piles of stale popcorn on the top of it. So Brandon,
No, ask the guest.
Cat, we sat down and we watched the 2000 comedy horror parody film, Scary Movie, starring Marlon Wayans, Carmen Electra, and I'm sorry, my fucking shit's cracking. Shawn, Marlon Wayans. It's basically a Wayans Brothers property. Anna Faris, Shannon Elizabeth, and all these good people. Regina Hall, of course. Kat, Jazz, what say you?
Okay. I'm gonna have to give this a medium unsalted popcorn. Okay.
Okay.
A medium unsalted popcorn with some butter, but it's unevenly placed. So part of the popcorn is good, but then the other part is like, damn, why y'all do me like that? It ain't got no salt on it. So I don't know if I could recommend it. You have to forgive a lot. And again, the people who are laughing real hard, like think about what these jokes like lean into before you guffaw a little too big. But yeah, a medium unsalted, unevenly buttered popcorn. It has some laughs. I won't be watching this again on my own fruition. I'm gonna just keep a memory of some of the jokes in here. That's all I'm gonna do.
Fair enough. Kat?
We picked the bad movie. So I was going to pick a medium-sized bag of popcorn that is 2/3 the way filled to the top. You know, when they move real fast at the movies and you just like, girl, what happened? That's how I feel about this movie with adult eyes. I've seen it a few times since the first time, but I'm just like, oh my God. So now I'm really looking at myself because I know we're not talking about the second movie and I'm just like, I think those jokes are funny. Jail. Everyone's going to jail. That's the theme of this movie, prison.
Everyone's going to jail.
Yes.
That's fair. Yeah, this gets a small for me. I know it was a big hit. You know, it made $121 million off of a $19 million budget. Like, it was huge profit. But just some stuff just really like rubbed me the wrong way. Like the whole Miss Man character with the ball sack. I wrote down, I was like, how did this even get past the MPAA? Honestly, I was like, this is R. Yeah. And there was just some stuff that was like gross, but then there were some jokes that made me laugh. Like, but like, you have to be I think if you love Scream, there's some stuff here that's genuinely like really funny parody. Like when Anna Faris is typing the computer, it says white woman in trouble and shit like that. Like that made me laugh because that's what this is. And then the black TV was like, white people die, we get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That like made me laugh. But then it was like, clearly there was, you know, a fighting of the tone and like what to really focus on, because there's some ultra black shit in this that just at one point kind of fell out of place. Like the Marlon Wayans ending where he's talking to the camera and giving the rules. I actually think that was funny, but it's so random compared to what came before that third act. So it's just incredibly uneven, even for a comedy, which is really odd to say. So that's why I'm just giving it a small for me. Justin, what's your rating?
Yeah, I'm giving it a small as well. I think it's uneven. It's uneven. Like some jokes were funny, others were just kind of cringy or just really just stupid. Like there's a lot of stupid humor in this. I like Naked Gun. I like Air. I love those movies, but like this was even a little bit down from those. And now, Kat, to your point, Scary Movie 2, I felt like they hit a different level as far as like the jokes they do. It felt I think Scary Movie 2 is actually the better movie of like the entire Scary Movie franchise. I think that's like the best one. I don't know what they're gonna come out with.
The third one was with Charlie Sheen, right?
And had signs.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
With the Michael Jackson jokes.
Yeah. So I think 2 was kind of like the height of the Scary Movie series, but like this one, it was all right, but like it's a little too raw.
I haven't seen the second one since it came out in the theater, and I don't know if I will see it again. You know what it is? The second one, it sounds like y'all like prefer that one over this one. For me, what bothers me most about the second one is, and obviously this isn't the actors, he's playing a role, like, the guy with the disabled hand.
Yeah.
And I just remember like that. I remember this viscerally because I was working in a movie theater at the time, and there was a gentleman who was an usher, and he had a disabled hand like that. And teenagers are coming out and laughing and joking about it. And I just remember being like, oh, art can hurt people. and Justin's over here, he can't control himself because, but like, you know, like that's for me, like that actually killed the comedy. Like,
well,
I didn't think
mean,
the joke,
well, hold
like,
on, hold on. So because the strong hand thing, that was like one of the biggest jokes in that thing. That was the biggest quotable. So like for that guy, that was tough. Because like again, the biggest, most quotable joke throughout that entire film is based. I mean that's tough. I mean, like me, like I'm because that's so awkward. It's also something like I don't think that we, you know, especially when you're young, you don't think about that stuff. But then to see somebody actually going through that, and it's just like, oh, do it with your strong hand, whatever. Like, yeah, that would be that.
I think for me, like in comedy, that's when I was like, you don't want to write comedy that like makes fun of that stuff like that, like where people like can't change it. Like if someone's an asshole or like a piece of shit, yeah, make fun of that, like rip that apart, right? But like if someone like has an ailment or like a mental or physical disability that they can't control, like that's why the doofy stuff really rubbed me the wrong way, because I'm like, you're just amplifying this and like the whole town's making fun of this guy. It's just like that's not.
But at the same time, that second one has that N1 commercial, the dribbling thing. Like that shit is like one of the most classic fucking things that's ever been done on film. Because as those commercials were a fucking hit, the parody of it in that fucking movie was fucking amazing.
Yeah, disability shit. Definitely.
Yeah.
And mind you,
and they had
to one up it
with 2 disabled people just going.
Yeah, I was about to say that. He had the dude in a wheelchair, and you had the dude there.
Brandon, to your point, that's fucking terrible. And that's what's like, there are a lot of jokes who's just like, da. And I also, shout out to you, shout out to Past You for having that awareness in real time. Like, obviously, but like, given the time, like it's the 2000s. So we know what was very much, I don't want to say the norm, but was like more socially acceptable. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now, and for you just being just a kind human, because obviously there were a lot of people who were not. I'm pretty sure they were yelling my strong hand.
It's actually interesting because the early 2000s, I think, you know, the 90s were like reckless and wild in a way that I think was like, just like, hey, like we're just going to do some crazy shit, but like it didn't feel malicious. Early 2000 stuff feels like malicious. Like when I think about this movie, I think about the Chappelle Show. Like, you know, Justin and I've talked about before on this podcast. Like there were parts of Chappelle Show, especially growing up black in the suburbs, where that show I did not fuck with that show because they had that one sketch, the nigger family sketch, and all the white kids about it. And like I was just like, I'm not with this.
You're almost giving them the opportunity to say it. You've given them the loophole.
It was so irresponsible, I thought. You know what I mean? Like it was just, and then Chappelle like later was like, oh, I felt like people were laughing at me when I was on set making the stuff than with me. And I was like, okay.
Like, nah, niggas, they were laughing at me.
Yeah.
Look
not at you. You got money. They're laughing at me.
Look at his life. Look at the choice he made. Look at the trajectory. So are they laughing at you?
Yep. But speaking of choices, you know, I know this is a bad movie, but I appreciate y'all bringing scary movies so we were able to rip the Band-Aid off and realize, oh, we don't have to do any more of these. We don't have to do it because guess what? We get to choose the movies we talk about. But we would love to have y'all back on to talk about like a just genuine, straight horror film, as long as it's not Terrifier or Hellraiser. We will talk about it.
Terrifier, I'm here for it. Not Hellraiser.
Hellraiser. Whoa! What did Hellraiser do?
Hellraiser. We watched the first one, and like when I tell y'all, like that shook me for days.
I
like,
love Hellraiser.
I can't.
We've seen all of them. We've covered all.
Jazz, there's something wrong with you.
You open the box.
Those were fucked up.
Yes.
I can't believe y'all like those.
Angels to some, angels to many, demons to some. Ooh, yeah, it fucked. I saw it as a child. I thought that was the devil, and if I did bad stuff, that's the hell I was going to. Pinhead was gonna beat my ass. That's what I thought.
If that were like legit, like what the afterlife for bad people looks like dealing with those kind of demons, I think everyone would be the best person on earth. Because that stuff is like Pinhead and that whole. Anyways, Jazz and Cat, please tell the listeners how they can follow y'all. Nova Girl, that's scary. Because I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting chills. I don't want to talk about Hellraiser no more.
Sorry.
He's scared.
Well, y'all can find us at Girl That's Scary pretty much everywhere. We are not on Twitter anymore, but we are on Blue Sky, girlthat'sscary.bsky.social, Girl That's Scary on Instagram. We also have an email, grltspod@gmail.com, if you want to send us an inquiry or something like that. And if you want bonus stuff, we also have a Patreon. So we got all kinds of stuff. Every Thursday, we out here wherever you listen to podcasts talking about something scary or sci-fi or those one-off movies that Kat or I have just decided it's not scary or sci-fi, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. We talked about Gang of Roses one time, so that was because we could
shook it up a little bit.
Yeah, musicals.
It's
crazy.
All right, folks. As always, you can follow our podcast at Medium P Podcast on all social media platforms. You can follow me at Frodo_Blackens on Instagram and Threads. Be sure to support the podcast at coffee.com/media popcorn or patreon.com/media popcorn. Either way, it supports the show, but you get hours and hours of bonus content if you sign up for that patreon.com/media popcorn. Got $2, $5, $10, and $15 tiers.
That's right.
Good packages, all that good stuff.
Good packages.
Get some butter. Yep. And just how can people follow you, baby?
And stop calling me baby, guys. You can follow me at J Brown Dinner on all the social media platforms. That's where I'm at, and that's what I did. What did I do? You'll never find out.
Yeah, we don't know what Justin did. But Jazz and Kat, don't y'all think after talking about this movie and how men should just be affectionate to each other, just let it happen? No more, resistance. Shouldn't Justin just let me call him baby and not push back on it?
Everyone's boundaries.
That's what I was saying. I think we should do things that people consent us to do. But I do agree with just living in your truth.
I thought when we booked y'all that it was going to be,
That's right. My side, nigga. My side. That's right. Keep it up. Keep it up. And I'm going to start releasing some files on your ass. It's the Brandon Collins files.
Oh, no.
Not an expose.
Surviving Brandon Collins.
There's gonna be pictures of us in sketch comedy.
I'm crazy.
And just like be my offensive accents because I couldn't ever do any different character accents. Just very problematic.
It's really bad, guys. It's really bad.
Yeah, I was supposed to do like an Irish accent, and like everyone was like, "You sound Jamaican." Like it is really bad. Yeah, my dialects are all
no one knew what he was doing. There was no it didn't sound Jamaican. It just sounded like pure trash.
During one sketch, like one of the actors literally had to stop it. Like obviously it was a rehearsal, it wasn't a live performance, but he was like, who are you supposed to be?
No. It was during the live performance. He stopped. It says, "Where are you from?" He literally stopped. He said, "Where are you from?" He's like, "Oh," and he faded into the background.
Yeah, it was bad. All right, Kat and Jazz, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate y'all. And folks, we'll talk to y'all next week.
Indeed. Peace.